The claim before the court is simple. A machine in a garage made Bryan Johnson younger. That sounds outrageous until you notice what the video is actually trying to prove. The deeper thesis is that aging is measurable, modifiable, and worth attacking with the same seriousness people bring to athletic training or product development. The title promises rejuvenation. The evidence focuses on biomarkers and performance changes. Exhibit A is the structure. 90 days, 60 sessions, 9,000 minutes. The opening statistics matter because the video immediately frames this as a sustained protocol rather than a one-off transformation story. In a space full of dramatic before and after narratives, duration becomes part of the evidence. Now look at the explanation strategy. The video does not stop at "I felt better." It moves toward mechanism. We see cellular imagery and discussion of what elevated oxygen exposure might do biologically. That choice elevates the conversation. Instead of selling mystery, it tries to connect outcomes to a theory of change. The strongest evidence arrives when the video leaves subjective experience behind and starts talking about measurable outcomes. The reported improvements in VO2 max, anaerobic threshold, grip strength, and triathlon performance are persuasive precisely because they are concrete. Whether a viewer cares about longevity or not, performance metrics are harder to dismiss than feelings. So what has actually been proven? The video demonstrates that a disciplined intervention coincided with improvements across several track categories. That is meaningful. It shows something happened. It shows enough consistency to justify attention. And it avoids reducing the entire story to a single number or headline result. But every strong argument rests on an assumption. Here, the assumption is that the oxygen chamber deserves substantial credit for the observed gains. The video is compelling because Bryan Johnson already operates inside an intensely optimized system of diet, exercise, monitoring, and recovery. That context is not a flaw in the presentation. It is what makes attribution intellectually interesting. And yet this is exactly why the video is valuable. Rather than pretending complexity does not exist, it places the intervention inside a broader framework of measurement. The audience is invited to think experimentally. The central lesson becomes larger than hyperbaric therapy itself. There is also a fascinating cultural shift happening underneath the surface. The garage chamber is presented less like a luxury object and more like laboratory equipment. The video quietly argues that longevity is moving from aspiration into infrastructure. That is a far bigger idea than one person's results. This is where the evidence gets especially interesting. The production repeatedly returns to timers, sessions, machinery, and tracked outcomes. Those images matter because they reinforce a discipline-first worldview. The visuals are not decoration. They are part of the argument that repetition and measurement create credibility. My verdict is that the conclusion is partly supported and impressively rigorous in spirit. The video does not conclusively prove that hyperbaric oxygen therapy alone made Bryan Johnson younger. What it does prove is that serious self-experimentation can generate evidence worth examining. That is a meaningful achievement, and the strongest part of the video is its commitment to measurement over mythology. The most valuable thing here is not the chamber. It is the mindset. Treat claims as hypotheses. Track outcomes. Demand evidence. Few creators build an entire narrative around that principle as consistently as this. If you enjoy putting big health claims on the witness stand instead of accepting them at face value, stay nearby. There are plenty more verdicts to deliver.